Alright, this is the Romeo and Juliet Overture first violin part from measure 132. And so you don't have to worry too much about the piano at the beginning. Just make sure that you're articulate in the bow. And then go to third position. At some point during those Ds, you want to be in third position for the next measure. Doesn't matter which D you shift on, it's up to you. But make sure your Ds are all ringing. So when we get now to these, this next part, your first finger tucks right underneath that D. We're going to do a double down, and then your next note is a D sharp. So your second finger is not a half step, and now it's a whole step. Third finger is a whole step. That's the E sharp. Fourth finger is a half step. So the finger pattern from the beginning of that measure is a whole step between 1 and 2, and between 2 and 3, and then a half step between 3 and 4. To check to make sure you're playing in tune between 1, 2, and 3, you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb, to make sure it sounds in tune. That's the distance then, and then when you cross to the D string, you have a different finger pattern. 1 and 2 are a half step, 3 and 4 are whole steps. Okay, so now you can do Mary Had a Little Lamb from 4, 3, and 2. And the same thing, make sure that the second finger, which is on an A, is ringing. Okay. Alright, so that's that part. It's not that comfortable for the hands, so just practice it. Make sure that you reach far enough for the fourth fingers. And the double down bow, you need to retake your bow. And catch the string so you have a good, powerful sound. Also for this, make sure you have very flat bow hair. We don't want to tilt our bow so it's at an angle. Now, 1, 4, 3, 2. And the 2 needs to be a half step from the 1, so it should ring as a D. And so you do that 3 times. And then you shift to first position for the last 4 16th notes. Okay. So that should be very strong, very powerful, very aggressive sounding. And it's all on the string. And notice that the bow is in the lower, just below the middle. Alright. After that, we want to make sure that we change bow in the right place. On the A, so the beginning of the third beat, we change to an up bow. Make sure that your F sharp is still there. You might want to mark the sharp there so you don't forget it's an F sharp, carried from the beginning of the measure. And then the E flat, which is, it's a big distance between 2 and 1, F sharp to E flat. And so make sure you have a big reach back there. So from the third beat. So make sure you have those notes. It might be helpful to just do separate bows first, then slur by beats. And then do the bowing as we have it written. Now, it's very important, since it's all slurred, that you have good left hand articulation here. So you want to hammer your fingers down, nice and strong. Try to hear the finger slap against the fingerboard. The other thing you need to do to coordinate, to prepare for the this G, you need to make sure your third finger is in place ahead of time before the bow has to go there, otherwise you're not going to have a clean sound on it. So to practice that, you can start from the beginning of the third beat, A, B flat, and then on the A again, make sure you put your third finger on the D string. So while I'm playing the A, my third finger is down. So when I go to the G, all I have to do is cross the bow to the D string. So practice just that beat, those 4 notes very slowly. And as soon as you lift the B flat, you play the open A and your third finger goes on the D string. It takes some coordination practice. You might find that as soon as you put the third finger down, your bow automatically crosses to the D string. Or you might find it hard to put your third finger on the D string while you're playing the A. The other thing that happens is that the third finger might touch the A string while you're doing it, and you'll get that sound. So it takes some practice. So do it slowly. It's worth the time to do that and to learn how to do that. And then what will happen is when you go fast, you'll be able to play this with a clean sound. Okay, the next beat starts up bow. Sorry, the next measure starts up bow, and then a B natural, E flat, and then G. So leave your third finger down on the G. Again, you'll have to put it down while you're playing the open A. So it's the exact same thing. You're coming from B flat, open A, and then G. So you can practice this. The same practice will actually apply to both of these spots. Leave it down, and then go right back to the A.